Okay, I'm going to practice solving a word problem and also showing you different strategies to add. So, I have a word problem here. I'm going to write my cubes. And so I read the problem one time. There are 145 third graders and 128 fifth graders on the playground. What is the total number of students on the playground? Okay, so I'm going to circle the important numbers. There are 145 third graders and 128 fifth graders on the playground. What is the total number of students on the playground? Now I'm going to underline the question that I'm being asked to solve. What is the total number of students on the playground? I'm going to box important words that tell me what to do. There are 145 third graders and 128 fifth graders on the playground. What is the total number of students on the playground? The E, is there anything I need to eliminate? Any numbers? And I don't see any. So now I'm going to write an equation that I will use to solve it. There are 145 third graders and 128 fifth graders on the playground. What is the total number of students on the playground? So I'll put S for students. I need to find out the total number of students. And so I'm going to solve this. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways to add numbers, a couple different strategies. I always start with the place value chart. Alright, so I'm going to put my 145 and my 128. So for the hundreds, I have 100 black, and for the tens, I draw 4 lines. For the ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 145. For 128, I have 100 black, 1, 2, tens, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I am adding these. All right, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, I can only have up to 9 in my ones. So I'm going to bundle together 10 of them. I'm bundling them and bringing them over here to the tens column. They're not here anymore, so let's not get confused with them. We have 3 together here. Now I add up my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 in the tens column. And 1, 2. So I have a total of, there are 273 students. That's my answer statement. Okay, so I said I was going to show you different strategies. That's one strategy. Another strategy, if I have 145 plus 128 equals students. Again, this equation, this stands for students. Could be any letter that you choose. I chose S for students. I'm going to do the number line. Okay, I start at 145. I'm going to add 128. Well, I can add 100 to this 100 pretty easily, so I'm just going to draw a line to represent plus 100. So 145 plus 100 is 245. Okay, now I have the 28. Now I can either add the 20, just jump 20, or if that still is confusing for you, I can do plus 10, which is 255, plus another 10, which is 265. And then I have to do the 8. It might be helpful when you get done to do that so you don't try to add them anymore. The 8. Well, maybe you don't want to do 8 all at once. Maybe you want to break it down to 5, which would give you 270. And then you have 3 more, which gives you 273. 100, 10, 20, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can check yourself to make sure you added all of them there. So again, that gives you 278. Now we can do it another way. We can do 145 plus 128. And I'm going to use expanded form to break apart, decompose this 145, 100 plus 40 plus 5, 100 plus 20 plus 8. Okay, so I just used expanded form, each of the place values. Now I have to add them. 8 plus 5, 8 plus 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can't put 13 here. I can put the ones part. This is 13. I can put what's in the ones. That's the 3. And put the 10 over here in the tens column. Okay? So that's what I did here. Right? I took that 10. I put it over here. I kept the 3. All right, so now I have 40, 50, 60, 70. 100 and 100 is 200. 200, I have a 2 in the hundreds, a 7 in the tens, and a 3 in the ones. 273 students. 3 different ways that you can add. If you are a visual, if it's easier for you to see it, this might be the way to do it. Or the number line or expanded form. You may use all 3 of these at different times depending on what numbers you have. Sometimes it will be easier to do this way, sometimes it will be easier to do this way, and sometimes you'll just do it this way. Just remember after you're done to check over and make sure it makes sense.